Chapter 3. Christianity comes to Britain. Augustine comes to England. In the last days of the Roman Empire, one religion, Christianity, spread all through the countries controlled by Rome. The Roman emperor himself became a Christian. He told his subjects that they should be Christians. Christianity was popular. Then the Roman Empire was destroyed. The time after the fall of the Roman Empire was known as the Middle Ages. During the Middle Ages, even though the Roman Empire was gone, Christianity survived. Many people were still Christians in all the different lands that had once been ruled by Rome. And many of these Christians in the old Roman Empire followed a man called the Pope. The Pope was the leader of the Christian church in the city of Rome. Many people believe that God had given him the job of taking care of Christians all over the world. One day, the Pope was walking through the marketplace near his home when he saw slaves for sale. Men and women were being sold for large amounts of money so that they could work for their masters for the rest of their lives. This Pope shook his head over this evil. He walked over to look more closely at the slaves. 3 of the slaves, just boys, not much older than you, had very blonde hair, and their skin was as white as paper. The Pope was used to seeing only dark-haired people around him. In those days, fair hair was unusual and strange. "Where did these boys come from?" he asked one of the slave traders. "From the island of Britain," the slave trader answered. We sailed over there and kidnapped them. All the British look like that." Now the Pope had never heard of the island of Britain. "Are the people of Britain Christians?" he asked. "Oh no," the slave trader said. "They've never even heard of Christianity." The Pope bent down to talk to the blonde boys. "What are your people called?" he asked. "We're called Angles," the oldest boy said. "We want to go back to our home." "Angles? You look more like angels," the Pope exclaimed. And he bought the boys so that they would not have to be slaves. He took them back to his home. He fed them, sent them to school, and taught them about Christianity. Then he sent for another Christian named Augustine and told him about Britain and about the handsome Angles who lived there. "Augustine," he said, "I want you to go to Britain. Take these boys back to their homes so that they can tell their families about Christianity. And I want you to stay in Britain and teach these people more about our faith. Build churches in Britain. I will make you the Archbishop of England, and you can take care of all the Christians in the country." Augustine agreed to go to Britain. He took 40 men with him, and they set off on their journey to the island. They reached the coast of England in the year 597. There they were greeted by the most powerful king in Britain, Ethelbert, who ruled the whole southern part of the country. Ethelbert had heard that strangers were coming to do magic in his kingdom. He met Augustine and his companions on the shore. "What strange powers do you have?" Ethelbert demanded. I won't let you into my palace until I can be sure that you won't try to lay a spell on me." "We aren't here to lay spells on you," Augustine said. "We are here to tell you about Christianity." And then he and his companions told Ethelbert all about the Christian faith. Ethelbert said, "This sounds interesting, but it's all very new to me, and I don't want to give up my old ways." But you've come a long way, and you seem to be quite polite and harmless. So I'll give you permission to tell the people of my kingdom all about your God. You can live in Canterbury, and no one will bother you as long as you behave yourselves." So Augustine and his companions settled down in the town of Canterbury. They built a church and preached to the Anglo-Saxons. Eventually, many of the Anglo-Saxons became Christians. They learned how to read and how to write. They built churches and monasteries where men could live and worship God. And Augustine himself became the first Archbishop of Canterbury, the leader of all the Christians who lived in England.